Hello everyone and welcome back to today's weather video. We're going to be talking about a historic snowstorm that could be potentially just clobbering parts of the high Rockies and the plains and everything. Now this upcoming storm, it has been named Xylia, Xylia, Winter Storm Xylia. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, oops, okay. But it will be making its way across the Four Corner region of the United States this weekend, and then emerging out into the plains with actually a lot of severe weather ramping up as well in places from Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and places eastward. We're going to have a lot of rain, a lot of thunderstorms, severe weather, and this is the time of year that we start to see a lot of severe weather ramp up and everything. But on the backside of Winter Storm Xylia, we are going to have a prolific snow event, and Denver is basically the city that everyone has been talking about in the weather world. We could be seeing feet of snow in and around Denver, going up into parts of Wyoming, including Cheyenne. The ski resorts out here are just gonna love this. Now, a little known fact about a lot of these places in Wyoming and Colorado, March actually is the snowiest month for quite a few places in these states. So this is not rare at all. This is not unusual. We do see a lot of snow in the Mile High City when March and even April come around and everything. So this is, this is just a normal, kind of, snowstorm that's going to be taking place in the actual mountains and everything. The thing is that this storm is going to be lasting like 3 days non-stop, and it's going to produce just a lot of snow. We have a lot of moisture that's going to be coming up from the actual Gulf of Mexico and making its way right up against the front range of the Rockies. And when you have that, you have a lot more lift in the atmosphere, and it produces your clouds and your snow. And when you go up at higher elevations, you tend to get a bit more heavier snowfall rates and everything. So the Mile High City, that's a mile high above the sea level and everything, they're calling for about maybe up to 3 feet of snow, 2 to 3 feet. But there's places that are even a little bit more north and west of Denver that are saying they could pick up to 40 inches of snow. Now, this would be one of the biggest snow storms in Denver's history, basically, especially over a 2 to 3 day period. The last major one was back in March of 2003. So almost 20 years ago is when we actually saw a huge snow event, or at least a prolonged snow event here in the Denver metro area and places surrounding it as well. They picked up about 32 inches of snow during that storm in March of 2003. So it's very possible that Denver could exceed that, and that would become the #1 snowfall event. I mean, you just have to crack a little bit more than 32 inches of snow, Denver, and then you'll be, #1 for the heaviest snowfall storms and everything in the city's history. And that goes all the way back down to the late 1800s, like 1881 is when they started keeping records back there, I believe. So this would be very historic if it actually happens. So we'll have to wait and see what it does. Again, I am going to be a bit more concerned with the severe weather going on in the south and the southeast. So if you do live in those areas, giving you a heads up right now, this weekend and early next week, you got to look out, okay? Got to look out. Don't let your guard down. We're going to see a lot of showers, thunderstorms, and then we are going to see severe weather, especially in parts of, again, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and parts a little bit further east. And then the storm will be eventually moving east, but it's also going to be kind of cooling down a lot of temperatures. Here in DC, go out and just love today because, again, upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees here in the mid-Atlantic. That's going to go away next week as the winter storm Xylia moves across the country. It is going to be bringing in cooler air behind the storm. So yes, we're going to be kind of average or whatever going into parts of the weekend, but next week we are expected to dip down into the 40s again in DC for a day or two for daytime highs, and we could be seeing some also mountain Appalachian snowfall in the higher elevations as well as Xylia moves on eastward. So that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it and everything. But yeah, big snowstorm coming for Denver, Cheyenne, and a lot of other places in the front range of the Rockies. So winter is definitely not over. It actually officially doesn't end until the 20th of this month. So we still got about another week to go for Old Man Winter. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye.